Chapter 1. You are listening at famvetv.info. Translator. L. Chapter 1. Mia Celestial, female, 19 years old. Occupation, young daughter of Count Celestial. Appearance, pink hair with pink eyes. First of all, it has been a year since she possessed a romance fantasy novel character. And secondly, she just failed to change the original book it's supposed to change. Why? Why doesn't it change? Mia took a deep breath and looked from the balcony of the mansion to calm her frustration. Imperial troops with red flags were advancing to her family's mansion. And soon, the male protagonist of this novel would come to kill Mia. Why do I have to die when I didn't even want to be this character? Anger burst out of Mia's mouth. The book Mia was reincarnated into was a typical romance novel in which the female protagonist's serenity healed the heart of the male protagonist Audilat and ended up happily ever after with him. She possessed the body of Mia Celestial, the daughter of Count Celestial, who committed treason. She wasn't the villainess. She had no particular role. No one would know how frustrated she was when she realized who she was. The goal is to survive. Nothing will change if I do nothing. But it was all in vain. The treason occurred, and Count Celestial ran away. That useless motherf *cur. Why did I have to possess that bast *RD's daughter that I worked so hard to avoid death, but why did I end up at the end? Mia stumbled and walked after seeing the military troops led by Audilat enter the mansion. They were heading to the Count's office. If she were Audilat, she would visit the Count's office first. Audilat Genshin Schroeder. The male protagonist's name, which used to make Mia's heart flutter just by hearing the name, now brought a sense of dread to her. As much as she read the novel eagerly, she knew how ruthless that man was. Audilat wasn't a tyrant who recklessly killed innocent people, but he was merciless to those who rebelled against the imperial power. Crucified, burned alive, buried alive, hanged, crushed. Mia, who recalled Audilat's numerous execution methods, trembled. I should have run away with the servants, but Audilat was a tenacious hunter. If Mia had run away, he would have killed her in a more brutal way. Even everyone said that his nickname was good. Looking crazy bast *road. I should have run away as soon as I possessed this body. However, Count Celestial was too poor for that. To the extent that it was difficult for him to give Mia her allowance funds. In addition, she felt sorry to leave the original Mia's father to die, though I didn't know that he turned out to be a son of AB *TCH who had the heart to leave his only daughter behind, but regret always came too late. Mia staggered and sat in front of the Count's office desk. Now she had only one wish left: please don't make my death painful. Shortly after waiting in the office, the door opened. Mia looked at the door opening in fear. Soon enough, a tall built man with his fluttering red cape entered the room. A man. No. A walking light just walked in. When she saw the man's face, Mia's mind went blank, forgetting the fear she had felt earlier. So handsome. His silver hair was like a fog on a rainy day. Behind his disheveled hair, a pair of bright ruby-like red eyes shone. His eyes looked cold and indifferent to everything. He was Audilat Genshin Schroeder, a young emperor of Orkanina and a bloodthirsty tyrant. He was also the male protagonist of. As Mia was lost in thought, a number of knights had come in one after another and began to search through the room while Audilat was standing, sticking out like a sore thumb. Wow, how does it feel to live with that face? Audilat's blood-stained sword caught Mia's admiring eyes, then she closed her eyes. She was thinking how such a beautiful man ended up becoming like a lunatic. Meanwhile, Audilat, who entered the room, didn't even look up to Mia. He was just standing in the middle of the room, looking around. Then Mia looked around. The knights who completed the search fast approached Audilat and reported. Your Majesty, there's nothing here. It seems that Celestial has already fled. Audilat's forehead narrowed. He once again looked around and then looked back at Mia Celestial. Why? Mia replied instantly when Audilat called her. Not just the face, he even had a great voice, too. Are you alone? Audilot asked coolly. Yes. I'm alone. Why? Because I told all of the servants to run away. Why? Do you think I can't kill them if they run away? Huh, crazy bast *rd. Mia tried to suppress her trembling body and grabbed the hem of her dress. Why? Your Majesty. I have a favor to ask of you. Adelot's eyes looked at her amusedly. Favor? Yes. Since I will die in their place. Can you spare my servants? Audilot blinked without answering her request. Mia continued as she lowered her voice a little more in order not to offend him further. They really didn't do anything wrong. That they didn't know about the treason. Oh, of course neither did I, but since I am celestial, so, you let others go because you wanted to die alone. If you put it that way, and there was really no one stay with you. Are you unlucky, or just unlikable? With his indifferent and sharp murmuring, Mia was trying to hold back her tears from bursting. Sadness slowly surged in. 1 year after possessing one of the characters in Serenity of the Rose Garden, Mia was busy working hard, thinking about how to survive. Therefore, she didn't have the time to make her own people or gain the servants' trust. It seemed that the original Mia Celestial would end up the same. When Mia said she would remain here by herself, no one said they would stay behind with her. The feelings of being left alone at the door of death were more miserable than she thought. Still, Mia understood them because she wanted to live, too. Mia pretended to laugh. But if one person dies and others live, that would be better. Adelot's indifferent gaze quickly became sharp. I don't think so. A cold voice came out of his lips like the north wind. Mia flinched. Come to think of it, Adelot's mother sacrificed herself to save him and her people. Adelot's mother was the late Empress Leah. She was an aristocrat of the neighboring country, Gentaria. Then, a war broke out between Orkanina and Gentaria due to the Empress's alienation. Gentaria was defeated, and the emperor of that time tried to kill all Gentarians. The late Empress Leah sacrificed herself to prevent it. Your Majesty, I will die on behalf of everyone. Please spare my people. The emperor heeded to it, and he put his wife on death row. Audilot had to watch his mother on death row with his eyes open. At that time, Audilot wasn't even a crown prince, and he was only a prince born by a foreign empress, so he had no power to prevent his mother from being sentenced to death. However, in a twist of fate, the emperor passed away from illness, and the prince died in an accident. Audilot Genshin Schroeder became the emperor of Orkanina overnight. Of course, the trauma of him being powerless and his mother sacrificing herself continues. Adelot's trauma was healed by Serenity, the female protagonist who later appeared in the story. I can't believe I just triggered his trauma in this situation. It was really the end. Eventually, the sobbing that Mia had endured burst out in the end. Who? That Count Bast *rd. Everyone paused at the sudden profanity. Mia didn't care and began to cry her eyes out. That Motherf *cur. The money I worked so hard for, it's really annoying. Boo-hoo. It was the type of cry with no sense of shame or pride left. Audilot, who had never seen a woman cry like that, stared blankly at her. To be exact, he was a little overwhelmed. The reason was that she was different from the rumor. Since 6 months ago, a rumor has been circulating in society. It was rumored that a genius bookkeeper had been taken under Count Celestial's house. It was unclear whether it was true or not, but it was true that Count Celestial suddenly swept a significant amount of business profit away. The nobles began to wonder about the rumored man behind the success, but no one knew who he was. Then, the Imperial Secret Intelligence Department got a lead. It was information that the rumored bookkeeper was actually the daughter of Count Celestial. The Acumen who saved the ruined Count Celestial from their debt. The hidden owner of the Miramise company appeared like a rising star and turned the market upside down. The legend that successfully penetrated every business. Wah. Audilot sighed and asked the woman who just called her own father a motherf asterisk cur. Mia Celestial who founded Miramise, right? Mia stopped crying and opened her eyes wide. Then a few seconds later, she burst into tears again. Wah. Before you kill me, you are going to confirm my country of origin. Wah. He wasn't going to. Audilot swept his hair as he didn't get the answer. Tell me if it is true that you found and mined a hidden mineral vein in Etrurina and developed a new electrical circuit used by the Miramise company. Wah. I can spare you depending on your answer. You are correct. I did everything, Your Majesty. The woman with light pink hair like cherry blossoms stopped crying and answered politely. Unlike her docile and dull-witted face, she gave an unexpectedly firm answer. Audilot burst into laughter, but Mia didn't care how shameless she was in his eyes. Mia's goal was to survive. Even if you tell me to roll in the mud, I will do it. Mia racked her brain and tactfully tried to read Audilot's mind. He seemed hesitant to kill her. Your Majesty, if you are curious about the structure of the circuit, I caught the technician, so that should be enough. I'm the developer, so I understand the structure better. Even so, we can't trust traitors. Then, if it's a business that's going to be popular in the future. Why would an emperor need a prospective business trend? You caught me, Audilot once again laughed at Mia's vain murmur. After a long silence, he opened his mouth. Mia Celestial. Give me one reason why I should save you. Mia raised her head. Audilot rarely said empty words. If he is going this far. It was an opportunity she had to seize. I doubt if you save me, I will pay you back. How? I'll do anything. Anything. Whatever you're told to do. In response, Audilot glanced at Mia with a strange gaze. Are you not afraid of what I am going to order you to do? What kind of order are you going to give? Mia asked innocently, and Audilot couldn't find himself to answer. Mia, who suddenly seemed to realize what his silence meant, looked at Audilot seriously. Your Majesty. Anything is fine with me. As long as you spare my life, even if you order me like a pet. Audilot groaned at the nonsense beyond imagination that she came out with. Mia didn't miss his reaction. Her expression brightened up. Is that better? Ah, so that's what you want. I am talented in that. Pets. Pets. Audilot was speechless. Mia continued urgently when he didn't say a word. Moreover, I know how to speak and how to read financial statements. I'm good at potty training, too. Audilot stepped back without realizing it. No wonder the Count kept her hidden, she turned out to be a crazy woman. As he took a step back, tears immediately burst out of Mia's eyes. Why that you don't need that? Of course I don't. Mia was in despair. But I only have my own body to give you. All I have is my body. You hate my body. I'll spare you. Would you stop saying something that will make people misunderstand? Eventually, Audilot replied impulsively. Really? He immediately regretted it, right after Mia's eyes sparkled. Somehow, he felt like he was being framed. Audilot sighed and put his sword in its sheath. She seemed a little twisted, but she got the brain so that she would be useful somewhere. We'll see for the time being. Thank you, Your Majesty. I will work hard. Mia clenched both her fists. As your pet. He told her that he didn't need that. Audilot palmed his face. He already began to doubt whether he should let this woman alive or not. Somehow, he had a hunch that he would sigh more in the future. As Audilot left her behind, Mia, who was very excited, was just grateful to God. Finally. I can survive in this garbage. Like novel, Mia Celestial, female, 19 years old. She just created a new job called Tyrant's Pet. Join our Discord to receive the latest updates as soon as possible. Listen to the full novel at famvetv.info, direct link in the description.